Hey, what's going on YouTube? Welcome to my unboxing and review of the EOTech EXPS3-0, and no, it's not going to be coming out of this really nice hard plastic case. That is the EOTech EXPS2-0, which we will see a little bit later. The EOTech EXPS3-0, even though it is EOTech's premier optic, comes out of this cardboard box, and the tan one in particular is in higher demand because it is the one that is used by SOCOM. So this one has yet to be mounted. Let's see what we get. We get this really nice graphic. Anything else on the bottom? Just some more product information, made in the USA. And the optic itself is right here. This one is yet to be mounted, and they all should work the same way. You would press the button. Okay, let's see. The reticle can resolve. It's not going to always look that blurry. This is complete fuzz. The reticle, when it resolves, will look like the holographic window that you're used to seeing in every single video game that you've played. My phone camera will resolve the reticle if I just play around with the brightness a little bit, as well as tapping on the phone screen to focus the reticle. There it is. It looks a lot smaller through the camera than it does in person. In person, the reticle will stay significantly larger. It fills up almost the entire targeting window. But this is a beautiful finish. Comes with one CR123-A battery. No -A, just CR123A battery. A retaining cap for the battery that's transverse mounted. The transverse mounted batteries tend to be a little bit more reliable because the recoil impulse isn't running the battery up against the contacts every single time, but you do get a little bit reduced battery life compared to the double CR123A batteries. You have the elevation and windage dials. On the bottom, you will have the product serial number and the product, there you go. There's the product serial number and the particular patent number. It's very difficult to make out the inscription with this lighting because it is against the tan backdrop, but trust me, it is there. Now, how the QD works is you got to press backwards against it, and this will tighten up the recoil lug against your Picatinny rail. And you can adjust the firmness or tightness of the QD for rails that are out of spec. You get the Class 1 laser warning, and this is the primary difference between the EOTech EXPS3-0 and the EOTech EXPS2-0, and that is the presence of a night vision option. And the night vision option makes it so that the dot is only discernible by night vision optics. You can tell this is an authentic EOTech because you can't see the emitter through the housing.
So I am going to interject with the Ninja Edit just to show how easy it is to reach the brightness controls with your support hand.
However, even though EOTech EXPS3-0 isn't a particularly new design, it is still aluminum hood, but this is still the polymer housing. This glass should be delamination resistant if the optic has been made in the last 5 years. I will be able to reveal the serial number to see whether it is. But yes, this is EOTech's, as of now, premier optic, the one that is in most demand because of the tan color used by SOCOM. So how does the EXPS3-0 compare to the EXPS2-0 from Optics Planet? Well, let's unbox and take a look. The packaging is significantly better because you get the hard plastic clamshell style box, and inside you have the same product registration information, the exact same reference card except designated EXPS2 EOTech sticker, and the optic itself. Battery should be already installed, and otherwise, besides the Optics Planet branding, controls are mostly the same. QD mechanism, exactly the same. You do have the same patent number and different serial number, obviously serial number matching the S2 designation and OPMOD nonetheless. The laser warning, let's take a look whether the laser warning sticker is the same as well. It looks like the same Class 1 laser sticker as well, but you can see the primary difference between the EXPS2-0 and the EXPS3-0, and that's the presence of night vision functionality in the EXPS3-0. Press the night vision, and this reticle is now only visible through night vision goggle illumination. And there you have the iconic Donut of Death reticle, the 68 MOA circle with crosshairs around the edges and the 1 MOA center dot. And the reticle is exactly the same. Both reticles should appear not blurry. If it's blurry, it's a problem with your eyeglass prescription. The reticles should always appear pixelated. Pixelated is the correct term for how these reticles appear, and if we may be able to just overlay them and take a look at the reticles over top of each other. But yeah, it is the exact same reticle on the EXPS3-0 and the EXPS2-0. Sometimes Optics Planet has some exclusive reticles, like the close quarters optimized CMR reticle, close medium range reticle. Other than that, what's the difference between the EXPS2-0 besides the branding and the lack of night vision? Zero. Absolutely zero. So, full disclosure, out the door, completely shipped, you can get an EXPS2-0 with the Optics Planet branding for under $500. And these are very difficult to get short of $650 completely shipped. Which one do I think is the better value? The EXPS2-0. Even though night vision goggles are on my want list because we do have a few night shoots with our club, night visions and suppressors only shoots once every quarter or so. They're a little bit out of reach at the moment because I got 2 kids and daycare is $2,500 a month for both of them. I do think this one is significantly better in the value department because the only functional difference is the absence of night vision. It's the exact same reticle, exact same controls, exact same QD mount system as the EXPS3-0. Part of the cost, however, is needing to live with the OPMOD Optics Planet Modification Limited Edition branding, and people will snigger at you behind your back if you have this optic. It's distinctive throughout the entire range if you shoot on a public range. I've seen people with Optics Planet modifications, optics from 10 rows down. That is how obnoxious this branding is. Optics Planet version optics did formerly have some differences between the standard EOTech models. This is just internet lore. I don't know how factual it is, but some of the earlier Optics Planet exclusive EOTechs had additional brightness setting, a little bit better waterproof rating, but then EOTech went and made their regular optics the same OPMOD specifications. So as of now, there really isn't much technical difference if comparing one-to-one the EXPS2-0 from EOTech directly versus the EOTech EXPS2-0 OPMOD. So there's really no reason why these optics, especially the S3-0, have held their value so long with the problems EOTech is facing in the lamination department of the older optics and what with the thermal drift controversy. They are unequivocally still the industry lead in holographic sights. You can take a look at the Vortex UH1 Huey American-made optic, and it just really doesn't do it next to the EOTech. There's a visible refresh rate on the optic, refresh rate just as though if we're outputting a video game. Like this 30 hertz versus 120 or 60 hertz, however much the refresh rate on these EOTechs is. EOTechs are subject verb agreement, but there's also blue tints to the glass of the UH1, whereas EOTech doesn't have that problem. I just still don't understand why they haven't upgraded the polymer housing. Even though they've maintained the aluminum hood, they haven't upgraded the polymer housing. This is most still decidedly polymer after all of this time. It's really inexplicable how these have maintained their value over the years, probably because this particular tan version is the SOCOM EOTech, so that really helps it maintain its value. But otherwise, if you were asking me straight up which one you would buy if you were a first-time EOTech buyer and you wanted exclusively or exactly the S3 with the transverse battery and the lower third co-witness QD mount, I would go with the S2-0. And you can obviously black over the OPMOD branding so people don't make fun of you behind your back. It is very obnoxious and distinctive. Otherwise, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to help out the channel to see more of this optic style of content. So enjoy.